All right, everybody, we've got two archive boxes, which is really kind of cool. The season 1 archive boxes are really expensive, and Blowout didn't have any. I was able to get these two though. I have 3 more of these coming. I posted all 3 breaks one at a time today, and all 3 of them filled. The first 2 filled in less than an hour each, and then the third one took about 2 hours. But we filled 180 spots of these, $6,000 in archive boxes, which is pretty cool. I don't think I can get any more. That was kind of, like Blowout was like, well, you really want more? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, we'll see if we can get some. And they're like, how many? And I was like, give me 2 or 3. Hey. And so that's why they got me 3. So I don't know. But anyway, so this is an archive box. This is a Series 2 archive box. The only really mystery in this is there's usually a variation relic, sometimes more than one, but there's usually at least one. So that's what we're gonna go for. And this one has a George R.R. Martin auto, which is kind of cool. And there will be a Denarius auto in here, which that will be the only Denarius auto. Also, there'll be Kit Harington and Richard Madden, and those will be the only one of them as well. So, so here is D.B. Weiss, David Benoff, and the George R.R. Martin. So the George R.R. Martin's pretty good. I think these, and this was a year ago when I checked, but I think these were like, the $80, $100 spot. They might be 60 or they might be 120 by now. And then this one was kind of across the board. It started out over 300, and I think it went, around 200, maybe 150. But a great hit, obviously. I don't know. The Denarius auto is probably more valuable now because she doesn't have another one. So Rose Leslie as Ygritte, and Michelle Fairley, one of the bigger autos, one of the rare autos. That's Caitlin Tully, Caitlin Stark. Kit Harington, that's Jon Snow. Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jaime Lannister. Peter Dinklage. Could you imagine this being your pack? Peter Dinklage, that's the imp. And Natalie Dormer is the queen. She is many times a queen, but a queen nonetheless. She's working on her 3rd king. Sorry, I just think that's pretty funny. Dominic Carter and the Joffrey Baratheon relic. Amy Richardson, that is Princess Myrcella, yeah. You don't really see her much in the book after she goes to Dorne. A couple times, they'll talk about her playing in the... Dorne has these water gardens. It's basically desert, and so they have these water gardens, and they'll talk about her playing in the water gardens with the other kids, but that's pretty much it. Ian Glenn, Jorah Mormont, Lannister Guard Cape, $20 more. Yeah, this was actually, I think Walking Dead was my first non-sports break, And then I had so much fun doing The Walking Dead that I had to do Game of Thrones. We missed the first year. I don't think we did the first year. Arya Stark. We might have done a couple boxes. But we definitely didn't do any of the any archives. Robb Stark, Stark banner. Cara Logan. Matthew Seaworth. Marcella Baratheon. Stephen Delane. See, at least his auto here is a little better. His auto in this year's stuff is garbage. Stannis Baratheon. Aidan Gillen. And the Night's Watch cloak. My wife was like, she's talking about Lysa Arryn. She was like, when is she going to die? I was like, start counting. She's like, what? It was about 3 seconds later he pushed her out the moon gate. Ah, there she is. Emilia Clarke. That will be the only Emilia Clarke we'll pull out of all these boxes. The only auto. In all the breaks I ran last year, I never got an Emilia Clarke. I got the Imp, I think, twice. I got George R. R. Martin. I could never get Emilia Clarke. Not getting her in this one either. Finn Jones. Loras Tyrell. Now this might be the variation relic. It's part of the wolf, you see. Hopefully it's not, because I'd like the variation relic to really be a variation, but it might just be. That might just be the one. Yeah, I'm surprised he's that low. Joseph Alton. Now this is a variation relic, so Rickon Stark, that one's a little better. Again, it's just part of the wolf. But definitely better than the one in Ned Stark. So a couple variants there. We'll call those both variants for sure. Nicholas Blaine. Catelyn Stark. Simon Armstrong. That's Corrin Halfhand. Here's another one. This one's got some stitching, and it's got part of the it's got some variant in it as well. The Sansa does. Over here you can see part of the banner. Conan Stevens. I think I think there's 3 different actors now, because I think the actor in last night's episode was actually a third guy. I'll have to look it up, but he looked like it. Jack Gleason. Kate Dickie, get her now, because she's dead. Kate Dickie's dead. Eugene Simon. Gwendolyn Christie. And Eamon Elliott. Now, this is the guy that, in the books, plays a much larger role in the Lysa Arryn deal with Littlefinger. But, obviously, they didn't do that in the show. But, in the books, he's all over the place. In that deal there. I think, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure I do, they actually blame her death on him. Roger Allam. Ralph Ineson. Amrita Akaria. Susan Brown. Gemma Whalen. And Francis Maggie as Yoren, right? Yeah, Yoren. Yeah, he's a big dude. I was like, damn, but I kind of get it. Laura Pradelska. Sybil Kekeli. A Lannister guard cape. I mean, I kind of got it. It made a lot of sense to use that guy. Because, you know, you're going to see him really up close and personal. I mean, before, you know, he cut the head off the horse and whatever. But Gethin Anthony and Sophie Turner. I really like the picture they used for her in Season 3 on her card. It was much, much better. The picture they used for Arya was a lot better, too. John Bradley, Tom Washington, Jaqen H'ghar. Give a man a name. Richard Madden. He's dead. They cut off his head and sewed a horse's head on there. Rory McCann, the Hound. Ian Hanmore, and Nonso Anozie. I like him better in Dracula, but I think they canceled that. I don't know. He was also in Charles Dance. And Charles Dance, Tywin Lannister. He was also just in that movie Ender's Game. He was in that too. Lena Headey and Lancel Lannister. A couple big autos coming out. Conleth Hill and Cersei Lannister. The Spider. Donald Sumter. Tyrion Lannister. Macy Williams, Arya Stark. Queen Cersei. Natalie Tina and Tommen Baratheon. The first actor they used for Tommen. Because that's not the same dude. That's not the same dude. Alright, so variants on the relics, a little bit on the Sansa, and a little bit more on the Ned. But definitely on the Rickon. Definitely on the Rickon. So I would say that those three are definite variants. Relic variants. All House Stark too, so that's pretty cool. We went all House Stark. Let me get a picture of these. Post it in the thread, put it up on Twitter. Oops. Alright, got a picture of those up. Yeah. Yep. You remember who I was picking up as for my autos? Yes, I know. And you know what? I'll tell you. It's only begun. You know, what she's done so far is just, it's nothing. Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything more. Obviously, I wouldn't want to spoil it. But people who read the book, if their favorite character isn't the imp, and it usually is the imp, but not always. If their favorite character isn't the imp, it's Arya. So, there's our box toppers. The battle. Yeah, she definitely is. Just so. I told my wife, I was like, she'll be your favorite character, and she's like, I don't think so, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, just wait. I forgot about these. These are pretty cool. Now every time Arya's on the screen, she's like, who's she gonna kill next? I was like, just wait. Just wait and see. She wants me to tell her if the imp lives, and I won't tell her. I just tell her whatever you think's gonna happen, that won't be it. Samwell Tarly. I think these are just all inserts and base. I don't think there's anything else big left. So we'll just get through these last packs, get all the inserts out, and then we'll open up the next box. There's Arya right there. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bud. I'll tell you this: whoever you think's gonna win won't. That's all. That's all I can tell you. It's one of the bigger scenes in the book when the Viper fights the Mountain. Of course, you know, they really played up the characters more in the books, so you're more invested. Usually, on his main characters, he will usually make you either love them or hate them, and then switch it, right? Like in the beginning, you know, you hated the Hound, and now you like the Hound, and it was hard to do in the show, but in the book, he makes you where you hate Cersei, and then you like Cersei, and then you hate her again. He does that with, you know, all his characters. He'll show you different sides of them. The books are actually written from point of view, which is, it's a novelty that he uses, and so a chapter will be from the point of view of a different character, and then each book will have different characters he'll use for the point of view reference. So it makes it, I don't want to say easier, because you have to be a master at it to pull it off. Obviously no one else can, but he's just very, very good at what he does. But the Mountain is one character that he never redeems. Never. You know, I mean, you hate Jaime Lannister and then you like Jaime Lannister, you know? and you truly hate him, and then you truly like him, and that's really hard to do. Joffrey's another one that he never redeems. But Joffrey, at least it's a little better because he takes you all the way up through his childhood. So at least you see how he became what he became. It can't really do that in the show. But the Mountain, he does not redeem the Mountain. The Mountain's a monster all the way through. You know, there's not going to be an episode where you're like, oh, the Mountain. Yeah, you know. It'll never really happen. Yeah, they did do very well with Jaime in the show. They did. But they've got to pick and choose, you know? So, like, with Robb Stark in the beginning, you don't really like Robb Stark because he's kind of a spoiled, snobby kind of a kid. But then, obviously, you know, you grow to like him, and then he kills him. And he kind of does the opposite with Theon Greyjoy, where you like him in the beginning because, you know, he's kind of a put-down figure. You know, it's pretty pathetic, his position and what happened to him and how he got to where he was. And, you know, even though he was treated very well, he was a prisoner. You know, and then everything that happens to him, you're just like, oh. I mean, you see where he is now in the show. His name's Reek, and he has no value, no self-worth, nothing. So he went from a lord just to being a beast. It's just, it's crazy. Game of Thrones. I saw you kill a man with a shield. You'll be unstoppable with an axe. Joffrey. Yeah, Joffrey's another that's never truly redeemed. He a little bit more than the Mountain, at least. But I mean, what the Mountain did, you know, and they won't go into it very much in the show, but just to tell you, you know, but he took those babies by their feet. These were the princes and the princesses of the Targaryens. He took them by their feet and he slammed them against the wall. That's how he killed them. It was just bad. The whole thing was bad. And that's not even the worst thing he did. It was pretty horrific. All right, guys. So there is the first break, and we got all our inserts and whatnot over here to the side. I think I'll save going through the autos for the end, you know, and I'll go through all the autos. That way, if you miss the break, you just have to watch the end and you'll see every auto. I mean, I guess that's probably the best way to do it. All right, so what we're looking for in this, obviously, other than the main cards, is the sketch. And the sketch is in, I want to say, box A. So we'll save that one. I'll know when I get them open which one it is, because it's the thicker box that has it. Yeah, box A. Well, I mean, no, not really, but I mean, they do go in a little bit about how he was created. I mean, he was created by Roose Bolton. You know, Ramsay Snow didn't just happen. You know, so I mean, they do at least take you there. But no, he doesn't. But his story really isn't over either, so who knows where they're going to go with him. There's still more to say about him, and I have not finished the last book. Right now, if you guys are on the last book, I'm still on the water, and that's really all I can say without. I'm still on the boat. I can't really say anything more without giving away too much, but. Lena Headey. Bruce Bolton, speaking of the devil, there he is. No, we haven't hit the sketch yet. It actually will be in the next box. Did you see we filled all 3 of those archive boxes that you shipped me today? They're already full, and payments are coming in on all 3. All 3 of them. How about that? Aiden Gillen. Yeah, it's kind of dragging on me. There's the Imp and the Lock. Ron Donachie, Anton Lesser. Nicholas Blaine, Conleth Hill. You want me to just ship those boxes? So, I could just ship them, and then, we can just worry about the shipping costs later. Rose Leslie and Natalia Tina. No more season 2. Nonzo Anozie, Gethin Anthony. Oh no, you were watching an ad the whole time? I was saying that those 3 archive boxes you shipped me today, I've already filled all 3 breaks, and payments are coming in. All 3 filled today. Did you guys know that Julian Glover, this guy right here, he was in Star Wars as General Reeve? General Reeve? Ah, damn. He was also, remember the guy in The Last Crusade who picked poorly? Yeah, that was Julian Glover. He also played a character in Harry Potter, but you'll never guess who that was. You'll never guess his character in Harry Potter. Plus, I don't know, a million other things. That dude's in everything. I was saying about those boxes I've got to ship you. You want me to just ship them? Carice Van Houten and Hannah Murray. Elisandre. Alright, because I don't mind. Yeah, Star Trek Archives would be cool. I know we did that. I know we did one before. It kind of was slow to fill, but it was a lot of fun. No, I don't mind. I don't mind. Ian White. Tobias Menzies. I think that's Tully. Yeah, Edmer Tully. Dobby. You know you're close. He wasn't Dobby. He was damn, now I can't think of the name. He was the there's the other Conan Stevens. That's 2 of the 3. Gregor Clegane. He was the spider, Aragon. He was the voice of the spider. Alright, yeah, that's fine. We're supposed to sign tomorrow, so we'll be moving, all this week. But Jen said she'll do all the moving for the most part while I get the 100 caser out. Because we've still got the lease here till the end of the month, so we'll be all right. Stephen Delane. So you saw how his auto changed from season 2 to season 3. Now it's a hieroglyphic. Ian Glenn. Well, we just did season 2, and we already busted the first 2 archive boxes. You want to see the sketches from those? They're sitting right here. Before we hit this sketch, this is the sketch from the first box that we did the other night. That's sketch number 1. And then from the second box, we hit this one. And this sketch is kind of growing on me. It was kind of... I thought it was a little dull at first, but the more I check it out, the more I like it. The Unsullied. So... And the sketch for tonight should be in this box right here. McKee and Gemma Whalen. I wish I had gotten more spots in this one. I only ended up with 1 spot. Gwendolyn Christie and Amarita Akaria. Yeah, me too, actually. Giorgio and Una Chaplin. I don't know which one is the rare, the black or the blue. We've hit one of each the other day. Yesterday we had a black and a blue. So this one's the black. I don't know if that changes the value, but I know she's signed in 2 different colors. Thomas Brody Sangster and Daniel Portman. Remember the Nanny McPhee movies? I don't know if you guys ever saw the Nanny McPhee movies, but he was in the first Nanny McPhee. If you're like, I've seen him somewhere, that might be where. Maybe, I don't know. Sybil Shea and Sophie Turner. See how that's such a much better picture of her? I don't like her because I don't like her character. I mean, the book, I never liked her character. Just whiny and... But at least they had a good picture of her. John Bradley and Rory McCann. This is another good picture. They did good with this one too. Macy Williams, Arya Stark. Alright guys, so there's some of our inserts lots. There'll be 25 of these. It's actually a really good spot. They sell for anywhere from a couple dollars to like 15 bucks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. And I think there's 12 of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then there's 20 of each of these. This is the base. They're not numbered. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Which means I got some in here. And then these are the gold. These are to 300. 2, 4, 6, 8. Here they are. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's like $150, that set. And then here are all the autos. Again, I'll go through all the autos at the end, you know, so you can see all the autos one more time. Now our sketch will be in this box right here. Got Tyrion Lannister. It's the last incentive card. Yeah, he actually asked for that thread to be closed, but I don't think that should be closed right now. Well, you took long enough. It's 11 o'clock.
Oh, I had to drive all the way.
Nice, heard him.
I had to drive all the way to the south side. Thanks very much.
You could have just let him borrow the car.
They wouldn't have brought it back, and they're not coming to work.
No, I did not see the update that you just posted. I suppose I probably should close it. I like these. They're embossed. You know, I didn't think they would be. They're pretty cool. This whole set has sold for as much as $200, so there's only 6 cards. But they're like, what, 2 a case, 1 a case? Something crazy like that. Yes, we are doing a Bowman Draft 100 caser. We will. Not right this minute, but sometime later this year. What have you done, Wilson Valdez? What have you done? Oh, Lord. There it is. $100 packer. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do 100 cases of just hobby to keep the price down, or if I should try to do like, you know, 70 and 30 or. Well, I mean, it's not entirely up to me. If he PMs every single mod, one of them will delete the thread. You gotta understand that. Plus the fact that you got language in your post, that might get it deleted just that. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm not doing that though. You want to pay 5 different shipping fees. Sketch is coming. We could do it like Boomo and everybody do 5 cases. We'd have to break down in a day. comes a relic. Sandor Clegane. No, it'll be out in just a minute. It's going to be one of these last few packs, obviously. I still haven't found our sketch. Here's Rob Stark's cloak. Well, we got 2 packs left. One's got a relic. Hopefully the other one's got the sketch. If not, Rittenhouse, you've got some explaining to do. This one's more of the brown cloak strap. I think the one I had earlier were black. But this is 48 of 56 on the strap. All right, so this should be our sketch right here. Yep, and you guys ready for the big reveal? Dun 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 dun. Wow, that is pretty cool. That's where Sansa stood when Littlefinger came to talk to her, right? That's what it looks like. I don't recognize the name down there at the bottom. Pretty nice. All right, and that is that. Yeah, I mean, the sketches have been awesome. They really have been. Across the board, they've been awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to go through the autos with you, and that is that. The draft won't start tomorrow. I mean, the clock won't start tomorrow, and I will not be able to update anything tomorrow. I'm just got to tell you right now, it's not happening. It's not that I don't want to update anything tomorrow. It's just that I'm going to be so crazy busy that I won't be able to. I just won't. So, Tyrion Lannister, Jaime Lannister, and Cersei Lannister. Some nice cards there. House Martell, couple box loaders. Then we've got George R.R. Martin. And then these two guys, whatever. And our sketch. Pretty nice sketch. The cloaks, the relics. And then I'm just going to slide through the auto so you can see them all. Macy Williams, John Bradley, Rory McCann, Sophie Turner, Una Chaplin, Brienne of Tarth, Mara Greyjoy, Ramsay Snow, Elisandre, Julian Glover. He chose poorly. Catherine Anthony, Nonzo Anozie, Ygritte, the Spice Lord, the Spider, Tyrion, Jaime Lannister, Cersei. Now we're into the other season here. She went out the moon gate. Corin Halfhand. There's the Amelia Clark auto. See, Stephen Delane, so much better. Michelle Fairley. Lord Jon Snow, Jaime Lannister, and Tyrion. Alright guys, so those are all the autos. I'm going to get us out a picture here onto the Twitter machine. Just here on this table, we've got 2, 3, 6, 12, 18 autos, and I mean, it's just the tip of the iceberg. So the top 18 spots are all coming away with at least one of these. Probably even better, because you know some of those insert lots will go even ahead of a couple of these autos. It's just nuts. Let's see if I can get all this into this picture here. Yeah, just barely, but it'll work. Alright guys, I'll get these pictures up and the video up, and I will talk to you all later. Have a good one. Or don't, you know, either way.